No one will ever reach Michael Jackson's level of artistry and fame.
If it wasn't for oh.
Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do something a little different, but before I begin, I want to say thank you for all the support in the comments on my last video. I'm gonna put it right here. And welcome to all my new subscribers. I thank you for the support, and let's get started. So today I want to do something a little different. I wanted to do an unpopular opinions video, but Michael Jackson edition. You know, y'all already know I'm a big fan. Y'all see my profile picture. So I thought this would be a fun video, a fun spin on the trend of unpopular opinions, but let's make it Michael Jackson edition. So my first one is that I felt like Michael, as a child, he sung better than a lot of grown men. And I know a lot of people is like, what? But I feel like, people, as Michael got older, and I've seen this a lot, and it surprised me, people felt like Michael Jackson sounded better as a child than he did as an adult. And artists like Teddy Pendergrass, Luther Vandross were better vocalists than him as adult men. But I feel like even back in his day, like when Michael Jackson was 10, 11, 12, his voice carried the Jackson. He sung like 95% of the songs. So I felt like Michael Jackson's voice had a quality and a tone to it, and with all his technique in the runs, for him to just be 10, 11, 12 years old, he sung better than a lot of grown men that was singing at that time. Okay, this might draw some controversy, or this might be a split opinion, but I found people that had the same one. I feel like Bad is Michael Jackson's best album. It's better than Thriller and all of that. I know Thriller was the best-selling album of all time. It was legendary. It broke records, everything like that, right? But I feel like Bad is his best album because I feel like Bad, that 1987, 88 era, Michael Jackson was at his peak creatively. Is that a word? Creatively. Michael Jackson was at his peak creatively, and the whole album is a body of work you can listen to from top to bottom. With Thriller and some of his other albums, there's like a few songs I skip or I don't really listen to, but I feel like Bad, the whole album I listen to, especially his music videos too. His music videos for Bad is like a whole. He even made The Moonwalker, which was a whole story based on the Bad album. I feel like that was his best body of work. That's when Michael was at his creative peak, and that's just his best album to me. Also, going into Bad, I feel like Smooth Criminal. Look, I'm wearing the shirt right here. I rep for Smooth Criminal. Smooth Criminal was Michael's best music video. Smooth Criminal was the best one. From the outfit, the dancing, the cinematography, I even like the song, the lyrics, the pacing, and everything all together, especially the long version. If you haven't seen the 4-minute version, but it's like I think it's like a 9-10 minute video version of Smooth Criminal. The whole way the story comes together, that was the theme of it, everything. That was Michael Jackson's best video to me. Next, talking about the choreography, I feel like Ghost. The Ghost choreography that Michael Jackson did was better than the Thriller choreography. The only reason why I'm comparing them is because those were Michael's two biggest Halloween scary themed videos. I feel like the Ghost choreography was much better than the not saying that Thriller choreography is legendary. Anything Michael Jackson did was legendary. But I feel like as far as when you get older and Thriller has so much hype, but I really look at it, the Ghost choreography was way better than the Thriller choreography. And even when if you had the Michael Jackson Wii game and you played both of them, that was a workout. Both of them was a workout, but I feel like the choreography I just loved it better than the Thriller choreography. I'm going to say this for the third time. I'm going to say it as many times as I want to, as many times as I need to. Michael Jackson is innocent. I did a whole video about it. I'm going to leave it right here. And that's it. There's nothing else to be said. Next on my list is that Michael Jackson is still a better dancer than Chris Brown. The only reason why I bring this up is because over the last few years, I've been seeing tweets and little messages and memes about, oh, Michael Jackson couldn't do this. Chris Brown is the Michael Jackson of this time, and then people would reply like, "Oh, to be honest, Chris is a better dancer." I'm like, and the only reason why people say that is because Chris Brown be doing acrobatic backflips and gymnastic stuff, and he do the Jabberwocky type stuff. Michael Jackson did that too, but the thing that sets Chris Brown apart is he does the backflips and all that circus dancing and stuff. So people be like, "Oh, he's way better than Michael Jackson." And I'm like, okay, I'll give Chris that. He is a great dancer. But the thing with me is Chris tends to dance a little sloppy. Michael Jackson was all about precision and execution. And I feel like that's what Michael Jackson exceeds above any other artist within a dancing field, So no matter what nobody say to me, Michael Jackson still better dancing than Chris Brown.
My opinion, right? Okay. Now,
I also feel like Michael Jackson would have been a great gospel artist. And I know this is people like, some people be like, but some fans, what I'm talking about. Follow me with this one. You think about songs like Man in the Mirror, Heal the World, and especially Will You Be There? Those songs, something about him singing, like the way he was singing and the quality of his voice and the way he brought in the choir, everything all combined together. I feel like he would have made a great gospel album. He probably would have been the best-selling gospel album of all time. And every time I listen to certain songs like Will You Be There or Man in the Mirror, towards the end I always get like the Holy Ghost and I be jumping up and down. So I feel like Michael Jackson would have been a dope gospel artist. He really would have. This might be an unpopular opinion because a lot of people don't even know about this, but if you didn't know, in the late 80s, Michael Jackson came out with like a cologne and a perfume.
Now he's stirring our senses like never before with two dangerously seductive scents. Mystique de Michael Jackson for women, Legende de Michael Jackson for men. Too dangerous to be sold in any store. These exclusive scents are available for the very first time, only through this special offer, and for a limited time only.
I feel like they should have promoted that more. Celebrity fragrances in general, really, nowadays especially, are really big. And look at Elizabeth Taylor with White Diamond. I feel like Michael Jackson would have been like the male version of Elizabeth Taylor with White Diamond. With his, he didn't just have a cologne; he had a cologne and a perfume. And I felt like throughout the years, I feel like people said Michael Jackson always had like a nice scent to him. I would have really liked to smell how his cologne would have smelled. I felt like it would have been one of the world's best-selling celebrity fragrances to this day if they released it publicly instead of a limited release. And I know this one might be a little sensitive to some people, but as I think about it and I really look at the footage, I really don't think that Michael Jackson was ready for the This Is It tour. And I know this might be, it might be a split opinion on this, but I just looking at the footage and looking at all the things and all the work and all the songs he had to do. Michael Jackson was used to this, right? But we all know he didn't really love touring. He said it himself. He didn't really like touring, and if you, I can only imagine. But touring is a gruesome process. It's gruesome day to day of living, and how Michael Jackson looked and his physicalities and the way he made it. Michael Jackson can make anything seem like he was ready for it. But just looking at the footage and looking at his body language, and I feel like that he wasn't really ready for the tour. And it put a lot of extra stress on him in his last days and hours, and that's what it led to. I just don't feel like he was ready for the tour. Maybe I feel like if they took it down a little notch, or I feel like anything is possible. They could have revamped some stuff here and there because they still was working on it. It was still in the middle of the process. But I feel like at that moment in time, like June 24th. 2009, June 25th, 2009, Michael Jackson wasn't really ready to go on tour yet. That's just my opinion. My last opinion about Michael Jackson, and more like a fact to me, no one will ever reach Michael Jackson's level of artistry and fame. Michael Jackson was one of those once-in-a-lifetime artists, and you hear nowadays, oh, Beyonce's a female version. No. Nobody will ever reach Michael Jackson's level of popularity, fame, artistry, and legendary status. That's it. Michael Jackson was once in a lifetime. I'm glad that I was able to live in an era to appreciate him, you know. And that's why he still has millions of fans today. Michael Jackson was really untouchable. It is not in like a praising God type of way. It's more like his level of artistry and all the success he achieved and all the barriers he broke and his mark that he left in the industry is really untouchable. That's it. I don't feel like there will ever be an artist to reach his status. So that's it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. That was just a little impromptu video I wanted to do about Michael Jackson and, you know, the unpopular trend, the unpopular opinion trend. I wanted to just do my own little version. And I hope you enjoyed the video. What are your unpopular opinions about Michael Jackson? Whether it's about his career, his music, or whatever. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell by the subscribe button so you can always see when I post. And thank you for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video.